pictures from the house on South 29th Street where I used to live. And shortly after building a fence and installing this gate, it broke, leaving it partly open. It really didn't provide much security if that was our goal, as it was broken open most of the time. So, in that regards, it was not okay. But it did serve its other purpose. We could squeeze through and get into our backyard. We had access. So as a gate, I guess it was just okay. Unlike AT&T's assertion in their commercials that just okay is not okay, I think sometimes just okay is actually pretty good. Maybe as good as it gets. Like the way I've been feeling lately. Just okay. And with all that's going on in our world and in our lives today, I think just okay is indeed okay. Even as I think about Jesus, I'm okay with a just okay Jesus. And yes, you heard me right. You don't have to rewind. I am okay with a just okay Jesus. Hear me out though. Don't click away. See, the Jesus we meet in our scriptures is, we believe, God, but also really human. One doesn't supersede the other. Jesus is not walking around but floating above the dirt, life, the world. He's all in. In our passage today from John's Gospel, this Gospel, John's Gospel, is one we in the biz, the theology biz, we say it's the one with the highest Christology. But Jesus, after failing to effectively communicate his point using the Good Shepherd imagery, Jesus switches gears and describes himself as a gate. The gate. You know, mixed metaphors like. But anyway, he says, I am the gate. Now, personally, I like this symbol of Jesus, even though it's not as photogenic and as attractive as shepherds, as evidenced by our lack of religious gate art. But this truly can be a powerful image. Jesus describes himself as the portal, the entryway, the door to life, abundant life. Now, if Jesus were all about keeping people out, if he were all about protection and security, he could have used a different, a less porous image. But that's the thing about Jesus. He isn't impenetrable. God, the divine, is not immutable. Jesus was not impervious to the brokenness of this world. The trust he had with his friends and family was broken as he was betrayed, not just by Judas, but by almost all of his disciples. They bailed on him. The crowds who followed him and listened to him were replaced by crowds of people, or shall we say sheeple, who listened to the lies of their leaders and called for his conviction and execution, his crucifixion. Sound familiar? The one who came to give abundant life was arrested, convicted, tortured, and executed. His own body was bruised, his skin and flesh torn, bloodied, beaten, and broken. Jesus is broken. We say this when we gather for worship, right? His body given for us. broken like the bread. Jesus is the broken gate for us, all of us, even the people, well, especially those who turn away from him, like all of us, because we all do. But he is broken open for all of us to come, for all of us to have life, life lived beyond scarcity, to have life lived abundantly through and beyond fear, life full of the abundance of forgiveness and love. Jesus is our just okay gate, a gate broken, but broken open for all. So for me, and I hope for you, so it is really, really okay to be just okay. Amen.